What happens when the brightest business minds stop asking if something is right and only care if it works? When profit and efficiency are the only goals, the fallout can be devastating, not just for companies, but for families and communities. Over 2 decades, more than 500,000 Americans died from opioid overdoses. Hospitals overflowed, first responders were overwhelmed, and families were left grieving. The epidemic spread from cities to rural towns, overwhelming healthcare systems and leaving communities desperate for answers. Towns collapsed under addiction's weight. Businesses closed, playgrounds emptied, and neighborhoods faded. Children grew up without parents. Their futures forever changed. Behind this disaster stood not just drug companies, but a powerful consulting firm, shaping the crisis from the shadows. McKinsey Company, a company trusted by governments, trusted by Fortune 500 CEOs, trusted to solve impossible problems. But according to investigations and federal prosecutors, McKinsey wasn't just helping opioid manufacturers sell more painkillers. They were also advising the FDA, the agency responsible for regulating those same drugs. Both sides, at the same time. To understand why this scandal mattered so much, you first need to understand what McKinsey actually is. Founded in 1926, McKinsey became one of the most influential consulting firms in the world. They advised banks, tech companies, governments, pharmaceutical giants, and public health institutions. Their consultants operated behind closed doors, shaping billion-dollar decisions most people would never see. During the 2000s, one industry desperately wanted help maximizing growth: Big Pharma, especially Purdue Pharma, the maker of OxyContin. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, opioid prescriptions exploded across America. Pharmaceutical companies promoted painkillers as safe. Doctors prescribed them aggressively, and profits skyrocketed. According to investigations, Purdue wanted one thing: sell more pills, faster, for longer. So they hired experts. And among those experts was McKinsey. Internal documents later revealed McKinsey consultants advising Purdue on how to, turbocharge opioid sales. The logic was brutally simple. More prescriptions meant more revenue. But people were becoming addicted, by the thousands, then hundreds of thousands. Communities across America began collapsing under addiction, overdoses, crime, and honestly, a lot of despair. And while public outrage grew, McKinsey kept advising. But the real scandal wasn't only that McKinsey helped opioid companies. It was this. At the same time the firm was advising opioid manufacturers, McKinsey was also working with the FDA, the regulator, the watchdog, the agency meant to protect the public. Investigations later revealed overlapping consulting relationships that really raised massive ethical concerns about conflicts of interest. Imagine hiring the same strategist to advise the casino and the gambling regulator, or say the tobacco company and the anti-smoking task force. Even if no laws were technically broken, public trust begins to collapse. As states sued opioid manufacturers, internal emails and consulting documents started surfacing in court. What they revealed honestly stunned the public. According to researchers at Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health, McKinsey consultants discussed strategies to protect opioid sales, even as overdose deaths continued rising nationwide. By this point, America already understood the scale of the opioid disaster. Families had buried children, parents had buried teenagers, entire communities had been devastated, and now elite consultants appeared to have helped engineer the system behind it. Eventually, McKinsey agreed to pay hundreds of millions of dollars to resolve investigations tied to its opioid consulting work. The opioid scandal exposed something much deeper than just the actions of a single company or a handful of executives. It forced us to confront uncomfortable truths about the systems and values that shape our world today. It revealed a dangerous philosophy that has quietly taken root in modern business culture. A belief that if something drives growth or profit, someone somewhere will eventually find a way to justify it, no matter the consequences. This mindset doesn't just exist in boardrooms. It seeps into everyday decisions, shaping the way entire industries operate. History teaches us a chilling lesson. Civilizations and institutions rarely collapse because of one villainous mastermind pulling the strings. More often, it's the slow erosion of ethical boundaries that leads to disaster. Instead, they unravel when thousands of intelligent, capable people quietly decide, "This isn't my responsibility," and look the other way, allowing harm to spread unchecked. The silence of many can be just as destructive as the actions of a few. And that, in the end, is the story of how McKinsey, a firm trusted by the world's most powerful organizations, helped fuel America's deadliest drug crisis, not through malice, but through a philosophy that put growth above all else. It's a cautionary tale about what happens when ambition is left unchecked. Here on Business Case Files, we dig deep into the world's biggest business scandals, hidden strategies, and the powerful people shaping our world. Our investigations go beyond headlines and asking tough questions to reveal what really drives decisions that impact millions. We uncover the rise and fall of corporate empires, the deals behind closed doors, and the people quietly shaping the business landscape. If you want to understand how money and influence really work, this is the place for you. We help you see the connections and real stories shaping our economy. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode.